You know, Dave, in my experience over the last 26, 27 years of being an intuitive and also being in the medical intuitive, not quite on the level I think that you are from my intuitive knowing. But I can tell you that when someone is suffering and you give them instructions about how they can stop that suffering, and they get a certain look in their eye, and I look for that look, because what that look is, it tells me that they are so petrified, terrified of actually what those feelings are going to feel like, because they are so contained and suppressed that if they let go, they won't be in control. And what are the issues? Control. Yeah. And so basically it's finding a way to let off, like a pressure cooker, to adjust them, and taking little steps to where they can make friends with the idea that it doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't. Not all healing has to be painful. I've seen remarkable experiences in healing where people, matter of fact, they physically changed in front of me from taking it from an energetic reassociation. You don't have to have all the stories. It's good to have some of the stories, but if someone's really ready to let go and cut loose and come back into themselves, sometimes God makes it possible for them to have what's called an awakening. Have you experienced something like that with a client?
Sure. The spontaneous remissions happen all the time. I mean, even from really serious things like cancer.
Yes.
But there's not a lot of research in what that's about. Dr. Joe Dispenza actually did the most research that I've seen, and he had a list of things that these people had in common. Among those were belief that they could get better. And I find it kind of funny, actually, that one of the other ones was, if everyone else thinks you're crazy for believing you can get better from something serious, then you're probably going to get better. So, you know, I think it would be really interesting to do more research and let that education go out there.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I listed belief system. That's really important for your health. I read a book called The Biology of Belief. You know, a lot of people say, well, my grandfather had diabetes, so I'm going to get it. Isn't your belief system is very important to your health and your healing, isn't it? Like you just said.
I think it's one of the main
And
points.
we can change that, can't we? I mean, we're capable to change our beliefs.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, that's
the
what
other
we're
thing,
doing here,
that book's brought up some very much some of the points you've been talking about. The effect that one's beliefs can have even on the DNA, to where certain the proclivity to maybe an illness is there, but with certain belief systems it can activate it, and then it manifests. And so, yeah, it's profound how it
really
affects
big,
us.
yeah.
It's like having someone tell you, well, if you're not careful, you're going to get this or you're going to get that. And they're authoritative. They're not coming from, this is not coming from a doctor. This is coming from maybe family member or something. And maybe it's not given to them in a nice way. But because it was an authority figure, possibly, now they believe this to be true.
Take it in and you own it.
Take it in and you own it. And you then create it. That's the scary part.
That's why doctors have to be careful what they say. You know, I hate when they say, oh, you got 6 months. I know people
so many people come to us with problems that, and they believe, actually, well, this happened and this is always going to be this way. But somebody said maybe you could do something, but I don't believe it.
Oh, gee, that's a challenge for you.
Well, many people believe, for example, that type 2 diabetes isn't reversible, or that if they have a pain here, they've always had it, it's always going to be there, and that they don't believe the change is possible. But
and yet it is reversible, isn't it?
Many think, well,
diabetes.
Absolutely. We help people. We help people reverse it.
We've only got 4 minutes, so I just wanted to summarize. We talked about, you know, how to take responsibility for your health, and it's important to do that. And we talked that food is really important. That, you know, reading labels and eating live food. And we talked about exercise is very important. Dealing with your emotions and dealing with stress. And we only got a minute or so. Just one of you maybe answer. I think purpose in life. People want to get up and have a reason to live, and I think that if a person has a purpose or a passion, I really think that's a big issue with being healthy.
It's true. Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Yeah, Joseph Campbell, live your passion, as has been quoted almost as a cliche, but it's so true. You know, you really brings joy. You know, that which one enjoys brings joy and enthusiasm are those qualities that are up there on a higher vibrational scale. And one of the things I've found that really helps bring one out of depression is gratitude. If we can, when in the midst of we're feeling sorry for ourselves, and there's different levels of depression. I'm not talking about severe clinical depression that someone needs medical intervention to assist in those changes, but gratitude is a great liberator.
Well, let me tell you, I am grateful that you three gentlemen were on our show today, because you were very interesting. You did a wonderful job, great answers, and I have to be grateful for a couple of people that have helped us put our show together and make it look good. And one is the Westside Florist that provides the flowers. So Westside Florist, the Lowell Market Center, thank you so much. You're always so generous. We love the flowers that you bring for our beautiful set here. And then also want to say thank you to Izzy's Restaurant, Pizza Bar, Classic Buffet and Grill over on Southwest Broadway in Beaverton. You always provide food for our crew and for us, and we appreciate it very much. So I think, I don't know how much time we have left. Can I ask the gentleman another question, or I know I have to count it down to the second.
2 minutes.
Oh, great, 2 minutes. So
I have a question.
Go ahead, a question. Remember, 2 minutes.
Okay. What is, actually it's 2 questions. We can probably get into it really quickly. One is what is the best part of your day?
Best part of each
of your day.
My day?
Yeah.
In 30 seconds
this
or less.
Moment.
Yeah. This moment. I love that answer.
Okay.
I love that answer.
Dr. Gary.
Dr. Gary.
Breathing deeply in the open air.
Breathing. I love, that's another good one. See, you got that breathing thing.
Yeah,
that is
important,
really crucial.
important.
What about yours?
I'm very excited by when I'm explaining something to someone and it's a new awareness and they have that aha moment, like you talked about, that twinkle in the eye. That aha moment just does it for me.
Well, that's great. So it must make you feel like you have purpose in life, because just talking to you now, I feel that the things you are doing are so important to your patients.
Important to the world.
Yeah, we have about another minute, so just one of you have a story of somebody whose life you turned around?
I've got a great story of someone who turned,
Your
it was
life
just
around?
such an inspiration for anybody who ever met her. You know, she was one of my favorite patients. She was Ruby, 95 years young.
Oh, I love that.
And she initially came for me. I started to tell you the story. It's interesting how it ended up. Okay.
That's okay. I'll wrap it up when we have to.
She came to see me initially because she had neck and back pain, and she got that dealt with, and then her bronchitis that she had since a child went away. Well, she was in the clinic. She was about 92 at the time, and she was talking to one of our other patients, Eugene. And she would have great conversations, and out of nowhere she says, "Eugene," she said, "how old are you?" He says, "Well, I'm 85. She said, "Oh, Eugene, you're just a
30
kid.
seconds.
When I was your age, I was square dancing 3 times a week." So,
30 seconds.
You know, yes, older people are my inspiration.
They're really
I
great
love
when
you.
you
I
see
love
them.
them all you people out there.
She was a real
It's really
inspiration.
wonderful
Yeah.
to see an older person that has that vivaciousness and aliveness, and you see
you
it right
in
here.
their eyes. Yeah.
Right
Well,
in
thank
their
you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dr. Gary. Dr. John, thank you,
Thank you
Badeish.
for having us.
And
Thank you.
I just want to tell you folks out there watching, thanks for watching, and remember that you can create what you want in your own life and expect miracles. Thanks for watching us.
A program about hope, inspiration, and encouragement. If you would like to be a member of our audience for future shows, please email us at createyourownreality@hotmail.com. We are grateful to these local businesses for their support in making this program possible.